So here we are. We've found our kitten prefab, and we want to drag him into the scene.
So click and drag, and then let your thumb off your mouse, and he'll drop in there.
And so there is our kitten in the scene, but he's like a little bit low.
He's a lot low, and let me go over this part really quick. So here's where the editing starts. And now we have to get the controller on the kitty and get him set up with his controller and lift him up and do some testing to make sure that it takes time and it takes energy and it takes effort, but you can do it too. And so we're going to go over, I resized the kitty earlier in another file, and we're also going to make sure his little controller is wrapped around his body. If you can see the green right here in the scene, if we expand this window, you can also right click or click maximize here, and then if you can see these green wires, we're going to start editing and resizing that around his body, and that's part of his controller, right, Daniel?
Yep. So the controller is sitting on the surface of the ground. That's where the controller should be, but the kitty is underground. So what we need to do is bring the feet of the kitty up to align with the bottom of the controller. And there is a way to do that. So let's turn off this maximize so we can see our screen.
Minimize, go to minimize.
So we minimized it, and we've got our kitten here. And we have to find our kitten controller, character controller. So over here, we're looking in the inspector, and the center is off. So what we do is we got to change our center so that it lines up with the kitten.
So if you look to the right menu, this is where the inspector is. This is where all of the little editing tools are. You have to select the kitten in the left side, and then Daniel moved about to the middle of this inspector page right here with the blue where it says center. And then we have what? The X, Y, and Z. Right, Daniel?
Yep.
And so Daniel's going to edit this and probably move the kitty up.
So we've got the Y, and let's just reset the Y to 0 for now. And then we got to actually physically move the kitty up.
So we go up to the position under transform.
Under transform, move the kitty up off the ground.
To the Y axis. And he's click dragging on the Y in the blue in the right inspector window. And then he's looking in the view.
Until the kitty's off the ground. And you kind of set your view up so that you're looking straight on with the bottom of the feet. And then you come back down in your kitty inspector down to the character controller, and we edit this Y by dragging it until the bottom of the circle is lined up with the kitty's feet.
And it kind of acts like a I don't know the word for it, Daniel, but it's like a transparent bubble around him, and it keeps him from falling through the floor object, and which is also a mesh. The kitty is a 3D mesh made of polygons, and so is the ground, right, Daniel?
Yep.
And there's a texture on the ground that's a 3D mesh, and the kitties, but there's a component programmed in, and the controller keeps the kitty from falling through the floor.
Yep.
And so you kind of play with it. As soon as we click play, the kitty's going to drop down and things are going to happen. And we're going to do that right now. And then we're going to play the kitty and set him up on this controller that's going to manipulate him and maneuver him around the game scene so that we can use the keyboard controls, the arrow keys, and there's a few other keys.
Okay, so sometimes the dragging is really hard to get it exactly where you want, and so you come in here and you can edit this directly with the keyboard. And I just started. I was able to drag it to like 16, and then I just started going down,
Typing in.
typing in the right size until it was about the right spot, and then I pressed enter so that our new value got accepted in.
So he's talking about the right spot in the visual and then the numbers in the y-axis in the center. So,
And you can see now that the bottom of the circle is lined up with the bottom of the kitty's feet. Okay, and we'll be back.